In this video, I will be going through the Accessible Information Standards, as well as demonstrating the standard operating procedure on how to update a patient communication registration. All SOPs for this process can be found via the EPR SOPs desktop icon. Once you've double-clicked onto the icon and navigated through to the appropriate trust, you can either locate the appropriate SOP by going into the applicable section, or you can do a document quick search located at the top of the screen. All titles for the SOPs covered within this video will be provided in the description box below, as well as timestamps if you wish to skip to this section. The Accessible Information Standard sets out how health and social care services must meet the information and communication needs of the people who can access their services. It gives rights to people who have information and communication needs due to a disability, impairment, or sensory loss. Parents and carers also have rights under this standard. Within Bradford Teaching Hospitals, if the patient has not been asked this question previously, please ask, "We want to get better at communicating with our patients. Do you have any information or communication support needs?" We can provide you with a letter in a different format, such as This also includes audio, braille and British Sign Language interpreters. If communication needs have already been asked previously, you can alternatively ask the patient, "I have noticed that you have informed us that you require information in large print. Can I confirm that your needs have not changed since you last informed us?" Key steps providers should be taking is to identify the information communication needs of those who use your services, record a person information and communication needs clearly and consistently, have a consistent flagging system so that it is immediately clear whether the patient has any information or communication needs, share a person's information and communication needs where appropriate, for example, as part of a referral.
Make sure we meet the information and communication needs identified. Take steps to make sure that the patient service users receive information which they can access and understand, and receive communication support if they need. And finally, reviews need to be undertaken regularly of patients and service users' information and communication needs in their records on clinical management or administration systems.
In order to update a patient's communication needs within EPR, you will need to ensure that you have EPR access via a smart card, and for this process you will need to be within PM Office. Within PM Office, we're going to navigate into the conversation band on the left-hand side of the screen and navigate down to Person Correction Manager. Double-clicking onto Person Correction Manager, you will then be presented with the patient search window. At this stage, you will be required to search for the patient whose communication needs you need to update. Ensure that you have found the correct patient and press OK. If the organisation box pops up, please complete this accordingly. And within the Person Correction Manager screen, you will need to navigate through to the Patient Contact Details tab. From here, you will have a preferred communication format drop-down. At this stage, we have all of the applicable fields required for this process. If the patient does not have any accessible information needs, then you can select No Accessible Needs, and this will identify that this question has already been asked to this patient. We also now have a British Sign Language drop-down, as well as the option to identify that the patient can lip read. In the aspect of a British Sign Language interpreter, if you wished a notification to pop up whenever we book a patient's appointment, identifying the interpreter is required, you can enter into the first language. You can drop down the first language for British Signing Language, which will then give you the option to select the interpreter is required, and this will ensure that a pop-up warning will appear whenever we are booking an appointment for the patient. We will try providing information to the patients in their preferred format wherever possible, although this may not always be possible. Any questions relating to this process can be sent to the service or department you are under. And for more information on accessible information standards, please visit www.england.nhs.uk/our-work/accessible info. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions relating to any of the processes covered within this video, you can contact any member of the team on the email addresses provided. Alternatively, you can email epr.dqtraining@bthft.nhs.uk. This email account is monitored by the entire EPR training team and it is monitored daily.